Yo, guys. D. Jose, Outman 1. I know the shot's not looking real well right now. We don't have our usual camera guy with us. But let's go ahead and get into it. WrestleMania 29, the 28th anniversary of WrestleMania, the 29th overall from MetLife Stadium. Quit fucking with the camera. And stop it. In New Jersey.
Yeah, asshole, stop doing that.
Alright. First match was The Shield versus Sheamus and Randy Orton. Good opener. Not the best that we've seen for a WrestleMania, but lots of cross bodies. Basically, 2/3 of the Shield, if not all of them, got their fucking vest ripped open. Here, I'll hold it.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Alright, basically all of them got their vest ripped open by the Big Show. What'd you think?
Overall, it was a decent match. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but it was a decent match.
Alright, hang on 1 second, folks. We're going to adjust this shit a little bit. Maybe.
That's good enough.
Alright, but you're not really in the shot. Yeah, okay, there you go. Alright, basically what had happened was the Shield fucking beat the piss out of Sheamus and Orton because Orton goes to tag in Sheamus or vice versa, and then Big Show's like, you motherfuckers, you guys didn't get me tagged in, so he fucking turns on him. And did anyone really be surprised by that? We weren't at where we were at. We weren't surprised. The people there with us were not surprised. Nonetheless, though, we gave it 3 stars. Ryback versus Mark Henry. Worst match of the night.
It was pretty short.
Ryback, long story short, goes to pick up Mark Henry for the shell shock. He picked him up, but didn't actually do it until after the match. Because he goes to pick him up, Henry falls on his head, falls on Ryback, and Ryback hits his head real hard on the canvas. 1, 2, 3, match is over. 2 stars, but it was cool to see Ryback pick up Mark Henry for the shell shock. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Nothing I can think of.
Alright, Hell No versus Big E and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Felt like a Raw match, honestly. You know, they tried to repeat the spot with the 18 seconds. You know, Bryan comes out, kicks the shit out of Ziggler, goes for the cover. Ziggler kicks out. That was a mark out moment.
It was too.
Big E gets in there and does his finisher. Really, he didn't really do shit throughout this match. Most of it was Ziggler working. It goes to show that they really just don't have that kind of faith.
Yeah.
In Big E yet, but Kane wins with the choke slam, and that's about that. We gave it 3 stars nonetheless because it was a pretty good match. It wasn't bad.
Yep.
And then Chris Jericho versus
Fandango.
Johnny Curtis can go. I'm not crazy about the Fandango gimmick, but my God, you saw cross bodies, lots of punches, lots of kicks.
It was a good match.
It was pretty good.
Although I have to admit, I was sort of doing something during the match, so I kind of missed part of it.
Yeah, I kind of was spacing out too, Basically, Jericho did like drop kicks and shit like that. Long story short, Jericho goes for the walls of Jericho. Fandango counters into a roll-up. 1, 2, 3, Fandango wins. Now the thing I wonder is there a point to continue this feud? I don't think so, since he's already beaten him, unless Jericho goes, motherfucker, you beat me, so you beat me with a roll-up. That's not the way you should have beat me, so now I'm going to fight you again in the Extreme Rules, and that's how this goes. Other than that, there's no reason to continue this shit, in my honest opinion. What do you think?
I think that's about right. I mean, I was getting a little bit irritated over the past 2 weeks of this whole thing where Fandango won't get in the ring and fight, but, he finally did, and he put on a pretty good show, I agree with you. I don't know that there's really any point to continuing this angle, so,
ADR versus Swagger.
We the people.
Lots of false finishes.
We the people.
Before the match, though, Zeb Coulter cut a promo talking about, which really pissed him off, but he ended up talking about the Jews and, all the other...
Motherfucker said Italians. Look, it's not Italians. They're from Italy. They're Italian. Get it right, dickhead.
Long story fucking short. Basically what happened was it was counter for counter. That's the theme in a lot of these matches too. A lot of the counters, a lot of false finishes. Swagger taps out to the cross arm breaker. Was a 3.5-star match. Was a pretty good world heavyweight title match. But the thing I have to complain about, no cash in. Dolph Ziggler said by WrestleMania he was going to cash in. He said it. Did it happen? No. 3.5 stars nonetheless. Then I think we're going to save the match of the night for the very end. And we're going to go ahead and get to his match. Brock Lesnar.
Brock versus Hunter.
Alright. So I'll let him take it.
Brock versus Hunter. It was actually a good match. It was a fight, for sure. You know, they both came out swinging.
Might want to lean in this way a little bit. There you go.
It started out, for the most part, Brock pretty much dominated Triple H in the early parts of the match and just beat the hell out of him. And then
lots of German suplexes, too.
There were a lot of German suplexes.
And a lot of, like, overhead belly-to-bellies as well.
We actually skipped the match.
What did we skip? No, we're doing that last.
Okay, we're doing that last.
Because that's the match.
There's a thing in the Taker match, which happened before this one, and we'll get to that match. But
yeah,
where CM Punk did an elbow off the top onto the announce table, and it just did not budge at all.
Why are we talking about that? We're not supposed to talk about that.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Quiet.
Oh yeah. But then
Triple H and Brock were fighting on the outside, and Brock grabbed him and did this kind of like suplex, and he sort of threw him, and he landed on the table.
Fucking broke.
And the table finally broke.
Yep.
But I mean, it was a pretty good match for a fight. It was a good fight, and you know, you saw Brock. You know, they did the thing where Brock Lesnar locked on the Kimura, and Triple H rammed him into the corner and broke it, and then Brock grabbed it and locked it in again, and then he rammed him into the corner and broke it, and then they did a thing later in the match where Triple H had the Kimura on Brock. And Brock picked him up and spine busted him on the steel stairs.
And everybody thought that was so cheesy that Triple H was going to beat him with his own move. I'm like, that will never happen.
Yeah.
So long story short, goes to pedigree him on the stairs, successfully does it, but before that, Michaels got to super kick somebody, and Michaels got the fuck beaten out of him in this match.
He kind of did.
By Brock.
But he did get to super kick
Paul Heyman.
Cookie Puss.
Which was a mark-out moment.
Yes.
For both of us. Triple H pedigrees Brock Lesnar on the steel steps. 1, 2, 3. We knew his career wasn't going to end. It's not that time.
Life.
Yep. All right, and then the WWE title match. I know we are going in the wrong order, but the match for us, match of the night, is coming up next. But here we go. Rock versus Cena. I told you all Cena was going to win. I told everybody. I knew it.
Yep, we said it.
I'm not going to complain too much about this match because it was a lot of false finishes, but the ending is what I got to complain about.
The ending could have been a lot better.
Yeah, they made it way too obvious that John Cena was going to win. Like, it's like, you know, all right, so Rock goes to do the rock bottom, and after, like, I want to say, what, like 4 counters each time by both of them, Cena finally fucking gets him in the FU and FUs him. 1, 2, 3.
Well, he FU'd him 2 or 3 times in the match.
Both of them did. They got their finishes on each other at least 3 times, just like... The problem with this match is, though, it felt just like last year's match.
It kind of did.
There was really, like, no elements that made us go, oh, my God, you know. I mean, granted, we did go, oh, my God, throughout the Rock Cena match because we were hoping for a character change. We didn't get that. But what we got was a cool moment with Rock and Cena having respect. After the match, Cena and Rock are like, yo, Rock, you okay? And then Rock's like, dude, my shoulder wasn't down. And then Cena just looked like, really?
Yeah, if you watch The Rock, he said, look, my shoulder wasn't down, but I'm going to give you this one.
Yeah, and Cena's like, okay, so maybe it could be the beginning of a character heel, not a heel, but a character change for Cena, which...
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a heel change, just change up the character a little bit. He's just kind of gotten stale.
Yes. Well, overall, what did we give that match? We gave it about a 3.5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good match. Not as good as last year's Mania, but the match of the night for us...
Still put on a good match.
CM Punk versus Undertaker. I never once, like, thought that I would see the greatest, like, expression at a WrestleMania. CM Punk puts the Anaconda Vice on the Undertaker. Undertaker's like...
Undertaker sits up and looks at him like,
Mm-mm. Don't even try it with
Punk
me.
has kind of an oh shit moment.
Yep. And then, like, the thing is, the Undertaker... Punk did the old school. That's how you knew that the Undertaker was going to win when Punk started doing Undertaker's moves and shit. I was like, I said right there, I'm like, Undertaker's winning this shit. It's all but over. Punk goes to do the old school a couple times, successfully connects. Taker does it, connects. The choke slam, which had him laughing his ass off that the Undertaker did to CM Punk.
Yeah, it was a choke slam with an atomic wedgie.
Yeah.
And
then the Undertaker got 2 tombstones in, got a Hell's Gate in. The second tombstone, 1, 2, 3. Undertaker wins. The crowd, we all marked out where we were at. Everybody in unison marked the fuck out, counted 1, 2, 3.
Seems like pretty much everybody in New York did too.
Yeah. It was the match of the night. Punk did wore the purple and black attire, which it was cool.
It was a good looking attire. He was just trying to play mind games with Undertaker, I think.
Yeah. But I never, ever, ever once for a second doubted the Undertaker, because I'm like, CM Punk is not going to defeat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I just knew it wasn't going to happen. Before we go to the Hall of Fame class, thank you all for all that you guys have contributed to the wrestling business. Bruno, Mick, Bob, Trish. I don't really count Donald Trump. Granted, he did host WrestleMania 4 and 5, but King Booker. Yeah. Foley, bang bang. Trish,
have a nice day.
Congratulations on your baby. Overall, what would we give this WrestleMania? And by the way, we gave Taker Punk 4.5 stars. Great match.
And those for the matches, we were rating those out of 5 stars, just so everybody's aware of that.
Yes.
For the overall rating, out of 10, I think we said what, like a
8. I said a solid 8.
I think I said 7.5, but
buy this on DVD though, nonetheless.
Yeah, I probably will. I know he's going to.
I'd give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna buy it for the Hall of Fame though, mainly. I know they're showing it Tuesday, but it's heavily edited.
But
plus,
I will say this though. I will say this, not to cut you off. It was still a better ending for WrestleMania than WrestleMania 9. You know.
Granted, yes, it was. Where are they gonna go with Cena? I look forward to that. WWE, you got until
nowhere.
WWE, you have until May 19th, Extreme Rules, to do something about this, because if Cena is still the same character after Extreme Rules, then we're going to have an issue. Final thoughts, sir?
Overall, good show. You know, there wasn't really...
It wasn't really a bad match on the card, except for Ryback Henry. That was the
That was a little bit of a weak match, but like I said, it wasn't really a bad match on the card. And overall, I mean, it was a good Mania.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Michael Strahan was even there.
Yep.
And then some lady from, like, News or whatever that we didn't even know, but...
Yeah. Overall, folks, check out this WrestleMania. Catch the replay. Stream it. Do whatever you have to do. I give it a thumbs up. He gives it a thumb up. And we will see you guys Tuesday for the post-WrestleMania Monday Night Raw. We're going to review that Raw. And then after that, we'll figure out where we're going to go. We may continue reviewing Raws. We may not. We don't know yet. But we will see you. Peace.